be some cup whispering, excuse me. I've never really did a rambling video, but why not? I know people do like to listen to other people, sorry, just talk about anything. So I have a lot of things that have been happening, and I would like to share them with you guys. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I never watched a rambling video, but I decided to look up a few just to see what it is that they do, and people literally just talk. I was like, oh my god, should I do triggers and stuff like that while I talk? But it's just such a hassle to find different things just to make a video, especially when you don't want to be repetitive. I don't want to get the same things that I usually get, so I was like, you know what, they're just talking, I'm just gonna talk. There are so many things that I can talk to you guys about. I don't know where to start. Let's just start from, I guess, November. In November, it was my birthday. It had been a month that I was dedicated to going to the gym. Dedicated to going to the gym. And in November, it is my birthday, my dad's birthday, and my sister's birthday. I don't live with my dad and my sister, so I kind of fell off. Also, Anime NYC was in November, so it was back-to-back events, and I kind of just fell off. And Thanksgiving, I fell off of the gym, just started eating a bunch of junk, and ever since then, it's been downhill. If you've been here for a while, when I first started, I was at my biggest. I'm at my biggest right now, but I'm older, but you can't really see it as much as you did when I was younger, because I don't know, I guess when you're younger, like, the fat is really on your face. I'm 5'11", so you can't really tell how much I weigh, but I am 240. So when I first started, I was at my biggest. ASMR was super easy. I got to be as creative as I wanted. Like, nobody see my clothes, so I could wear whatever. And then, of course, if you have like 300 videos, I don't have 300 pairs of clothes. I ended up losing weight. I had to buy more clothes. I was doing my thing. I was in college. I was doing the gym. I was doing everything. Walking to class, going to the gym during school, going to the gym after school. I loved the gym. It was literally like an escape. And then the pandemic hit, and then everything went downhill. I was like, I just went through a bad spell. I was depressed a lot. Fast forward 2021, I met such amazing people. I'm not gonna get too into that, but my mental health has never been better. I am great. All of that to say, I started going back to the gym again. I went a month straight, fell off. But the one thing that has always troubled me was not having a job. And people always say, like, what? YouTube, like, you have YouTube, why would you want to work? And I love YouTube. I love being able to work on my own timing and just, you know, be able to provide for myself from YouTube. But the thing about YouTube is, if you're not consistent, you will not get anything. Like, so sometimes I take months where I don't upload because of mental health or whatever. I fall off, and the income drops drastically. And I love YouTube, the fact that I can have an income even if I don't post, but it's not a survivable income, especially where I live. But besides that, I just like to work. I like to meet people. I like to talk to people. I'm social. Before, like, my depression really, like, got the best of me because I wasn't really dealing with depression in high school. I went through, like, hard times, but it wasn't as bad as, like, college. So my depression really got the best of me because I wasn't talking to people. Depression really got the best of me because I wasn't talking to people. And I just want to talk to people. I want to meet people. I want to do something. And I just wanted a job. I just wanted something stable. I'm a very anxious person, especially about, like, not being homeless. But yet also YouTube doesn't really push your content out unless you're like posting every day, and sometimes not even that. And like I record from home, I live with my family. It can be very noisy. I don't have the best background. I try to like put lights and stuff, but like people that live in their own house, they could do whatever the heck they want, and they could work when they want. They just have a better process than I do. So I just wanted to have a stable income and just make something of myself. So I met somebody at a networking event, and he was a teacher, and I went to school for English. I wanted to be a teacher, but like not really something like I really honestly wanted to be like a psychiatrist, but then chemistry and math and all that, and I was like, yeah girl, that's nothing. I was like, yeah girl, that's not for me. I want to do therapy, something like that, but you know, it didn't happen. So he was an English teacher, and we were just talking, and basically at this networking event, there was only wine, and I was dying for some water. Sorry about the background noises, I'm just gonna let it go. There was only wine, and it was a majority black, because it was like a fundraising event for this organization, Birthright Africa, that basically is a non-profit, and it sends black people of the diaspora back to Africa. So you don't have to be directly African, but if you're black, they want to take you to Africa to discover your roots and all that good stuff. Look into it, guys. Donate. It's a really good organization. Everything, the flights are paid for the people that are chosen, the food, the hotel, everything, and it's also cultural exploration as well. So definitely look into it. But the event was a fundraising event, and there was only wine, and I was like seeing the waiters, and they were Hispanic, so I was like, oh my god, I can talk to them in Spanish. And I was like, please give me water, please. And they were just like, wait, there's only tap, but the tap has the filter. And I was like, yeah, I don't care, let me get it. Fast forward, I'm drinking water, and then this tall black guy comes, and he's like, you guys told me there was no water. And I'm like, the way he said it, I just wasn't messing with his energy. And I'm very sensitive about Latino immigrants, because my mom, when people talk to them some type of way, I get in my feelings. So I was like, excuse me sir, the water is tap, so can you, like, why are you talking to them like that? And he was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. Fast forward, we networked. I found out he was a teacher. I was with a friend there, and you know, we exchanged emails or whatever. Well, I didn't, because my phone was like dead or something, I don't know. But fast forward, he emailed my friend and was like, hey, can you please forward my contact information to Sharm? And he did, and he was like, hey, my school's hiring. And I was like, okay, like, cool. And he was like, you know, they have like this position that I think you would be good for. It's a new position, like whatever. So I like was looking into it. I emailed the principal, and they didn't get back to me for months. And then they got back to me for an interview. Then they didn't get back to me for months. This started in November, and the whole process went until March, and I was pretty much over it. At first I was like anxious and excited, but like I was like, if I get this job, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm over it. Like, I'm not gonna like die over this. And they got back to me. I got hired. Woo, we're not gonna get into it, but I basically help students get internships and stuff like that. So I'm preparing the youth. I really like my job. It's not a really good paying job, but you know, all the things that are like good jobs never get paid. Like teachers never get paid. Like people that are doing like good work never get paid a decent amount, whatever. But I've been there for a month now. I was super anxious. The kids were like, who the heck is she? But right now, the vibes are meshing really well. The students are getting to know me. I'm getting to know them. I've had so many students apply to internships, jobs, and they all got hired. So, but that's because the school has a program where if you apply to this specific job, they will hire you. So far, 100 students have applied. So 100 students have got hired. But it's going really well. I'm excited. I'm happy. The thing about it is, it's a temporary job. Since this is like a new position, they're testing out the waters, and if I do well, they'll keep me. ASMR. A lot of ASMR artists started their channel because they were going through something and they overcame it and they wanted to help other people. So now that I'm not like sad, people that get sad, they kind of like, well, people that are sad, they become very noticeable to me. Like, the reason my depression stopped or lessened is because the people around me are all very jolly, happy-go-lucky, and I'm kind of like the moody friend, but like I'm a happy-go-lucky person too. So all the people I'm cool with, they are necessarily good mentally, or they're like getting there, kind of like me. So we're not all like sad all the time. But like now, people that are sad, like I see what everybody's sad, and it's so like hard for me to see because I don't want to go there, and like seeing that kind of stuff triggers me. And like nobody does it on purpose. Nobody wants to be sad on purpose, but it's just like so hard for me to see people be sad. And like, in short, people that are sad, you don't gravitate towards them. That's never been a thing for anybody. You want to go towards somebody who's always happy, who's optimistic. So like when people are sad now, it's like hard for me to gravitate towards them. Although I empathize, if that makes sense. If a friend is sad, I'm gonna be there for them, like period. But like, I'll go on Twitter and like, it's just a lot of trauma. And I just don't like it, because I'm not there. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to deal with that, because I know that when I was dealing with my depression, that might have been a lot for people to see me talk about specific things, and like it was triggering to them. So now that I'm seeing these things and I'm in a better mindset, I'm just like, oh my god, no, I don't want to read about this. Like, can we talk about happy things? Like, there's already way too many things happening in the black community that I have to be sad about. Like, I just don't want to read about like issues, like anybody else's issues, honestly. But yeah, it's just like not being as depressed, or not being depressed as of this moment, or not dealing with my depression right now. It just brings everybody else's sadness to the forefront. It's so obvious to me, and I'm just like, oh my god, no, stay away. Like, I just need positive energy, positive vibes. I can't do it. But I empathize. But I just don't want to be near it, honestly. When you're sad, you don't want to go to sad people. You want to, misery loves company, and sadness loves company, and I just don't want to be with that company, because then I will become sad. So also, now that I've been out of my depression for a while, I've started reaching out to people, trying to be friends. And with the ASMR community, like, people either think you're clout chasing when you're trying to be friendly, or like whatever the case may. I haven't necessarily done that. That's not an issue, but like I've started to try reaching out to people that I seen in school that I thought were pretty cool, or people that always respond to my stories on my personal Instagram. And I've met with a few people, and it's been good vibes, you guys, good vibes. Especially, this is one girl that I hung out with, and she speaks on her story about stuff that I go through, the traumas that I have went through. But like, something about the way she talks about how she healed from those issues, and I was like, oh my god, like, she's dope. I noticed that I gravitate towards people who are getting their stuff together. Like, I don't know, like, I gravitate towards people who are just, they acknowledge what they've been through, they're working through what they've been through, and they can express their feelings properly. I used to be the kind of person that I didn't want to lose friends, so I would never like speak up. But like, I thought speaking up against something was mean. But like, my friends are so freaking nice. Like, I'm like the mean friend, right? My friends are so freaking nice, but they know how to set that boundary, and they do it in a way where it's like, wow, I respect this so much. Like, you're not being mean. The other person, there's no way they can get it confused. Like, there's no way they can be insulted. You worded this so perfectly that nobody is gonna cross you. And like, they do it in such a nice way so grateful that I can learn from my friends, that I can literally, like, if you guys watch Attack on Titan, Emir, when she was like ready to risk it all for that blonde girl, I forgot her name, but like that's how I feel about my friends. Like, I look up to them so much. Like, I will give everything for them. Like, I just am amazed at the kind of people that they are. I'm grateful that I have this energy, I just love my friends. I just do. I admire them like so much, and I hope they admire me too. But yes, I forgot to mention, I have been going hard with my Japanese. I've been really studying my Japanese on, like, I stopped for a while too, and I've been on it, you guys. I study every day, which I probably shouldn't, because that's kind of like, I mean, I guess you should, right? You should study every day, but like I feel like you burn yourself out. But I've really been enjoying learning, and I study from the book Genki. I am on Genki 1 of I guess like 2nd edition, right? I'm on chapter 6. When I was in school in college studying Japanese, I think we only went to chapter 5, maybe 6, but I honestly did not retain anything. I was just trying to pass, and it's weird because I chose that class for my last semester knowing that it could be hard, but I passed. But I just didn't study afterwards, and I kind of lost everything. Yeah, I forgot most of the stuff, but like the beginning chapters, it was like really, she really drilled it in us, so it came back to me quickly. But the last, like the chapter 4, when I was in school, I didn't get it at all, but I get it now. Chapter 5, pretty easy. I don't even remember studying it, honestly. Chapter 6, the chapter that I'm on right now, it's busting my balls. It's really busting my balls. I'm getting there slowly. Every day I'm getting there more and more, but that's usually what it is about learning a language. You gotta keep going at it. And I've been trying to go to Japan since like 2020, honestly, but the pandemic and everything, Japan is like, F everybody, I'm closed. But it's looking like they're opening slowly, so next year, hopefully, next year I'm going. If it opens, I'm going. Like, I don't care. I told my friends, like, do you want to come? And they're like, yeah, but if they don't come, I'm going. I'm taking a one-person trip, and I am thinking that by the end of the year, I want to have the book done, because the book is 12 chapters, and I feel like by the end of the book, I should be able to have basic conversations. I can understand what people are saying, but like, of course, I'm not gonna know the entire language yet. So by the end of the book, they said that I should understand a lot, and I feel like I will. So with that being said, Japan, your girl's coming. Get ready for her, cause she ready for you. Period. But if you're a Japanese speaker, yo, please study with me. Like, I need somebody to talk to. Arigato. Hondoni arigato. If you do. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now, because it sounds a little crazy. Yeah, you see that? That was a little crazy. So we're gonna end the video here, and hopefully my next rambling video, my neighbors are like STFU, and everybody is STFUing.